الله يو يا قرب الله.
يا بوي وصلنا الطلق.
On March 1st, 2026, footage from Israel showed an Iranian missile zigzagging through the atmosphere, evading over 10 Israeli interceptor rockets before slamming into an Israeli Defense Forces command center. 7 senior officers died in the strike. This was not a regular ballistic missile. This was Iran's Fateh 2, equipped with a hypersonic glide vehicle traveling between Mach 13 to 15. And Israel just discovered that the multi-layered air defense system it spent billions building cannot stop these missiles. Iran launched the Fateh 2 for the first time in combat on March 1st, following the US-Israeli Operation Epic Fury that killed Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei on February 28th. The Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps had already used the original Fateh missile on February 28th, which used an advanced maneuvering re-entry vehicle. But the Fateh 2 represents a completely different threat because it integrates a genuine hypersonic glide vehicle rather than just a maneuvering re-entry vehicle. Military Watch magazine reported on March 4th that at least 3 successful Fateh 2 strikes have hit high-value Israeli targets since March 1st. The report cited footage from Israel showing the missile evading multiple interceptors. Wikipedia confirmed the Fateh 2 saw its first reported combat deployment on March 1st, 2026, targeting an IDF command center and US military facilities in Bahrain, Kuwait, and Qatar during Operation True Promise 4. Regular ballistic missiles follow predictable trajectories that radar systems can track and calculate interception paths for. Iron Dome and Patriot systems all work by firing interceptor missiles along a path designed to meet the incoming threat mid-flight. But hypersonic glide vehicles maneuver unpredictably during flight at extreme speeds and altitudes, executing evasive maneuvers that existing air defense systems cannot counter. Iran is not using Fateh 2 missiles indiscriminately. Military analysts believe the large majority of missiles launched have been lower-value types intended to deplete Israeli defenses. The expensive Fateh 2 missiles are reserved for specific high-value targets, like the IDF command center and the missile defense radar destroyed in Qatar. Each Fateh missile costs roughly $200,000, far cheaper than American cruise missiles like the Tomahawk, which exceed $3 million per unit. Iron Dome was never designed to intercept hypersonic missiles. It was built to handle short-range rockets and small drones from Hamas and Hezbollah. Israel's multi-layered defense uses Iron Dome for short-range threats, David's Sling for medium-range missiles, and Arrow for long-range ballistic missiles. The Fateh 2 should theoretically be engaged by Arrow systems. But Arrow was designed to intercept missiles following ballistic trajectories, not hypersonic glide vehicles maneuvering unpredictably at speeds over Mach 10. Iran reportedly first obtained maneuverable re-entry vehicle technologies from North Korea in the 1990s. North Korea began flight testing hypersonic glide vehicles in September 2021 and achieved service entry of the Hwasong-16B intermediate-range ballistic missile with hypersonic glide vehicles in 2024. When Iran unveiled the original Fateh in June 2023, a banner at the ceremony read 400 seconds to Tel Aviv in Hebrew. Western analysts were skeptical. The March 1st strike proved Iran was not bluffing. Israel's geographic vulnerability makes the problem worse. The country is roughly 470 kilometers long and as narrow as 15 kilometers across at its slimmest point. Any missile launched from Iran can reach targets within minutes. By contrast, Iran is 75 times larger and can conceal missile arsenals across vast territory. During the recent 12-day conflict, Israel failed to intercept any of Iran's new ballistic missiles, according to WANA news agency. Iran's defense minister stated on March 5th that the missiles used in the 12-day war belonged to earlier generations, and that Iran now possesses missiles with far greater capabilities ready to be deployed. If earlier generations overwhelmed Israel's defense systems, the next iterations could pose an even more complex challenge. The broader implications extend beyond Israel. If Fateh 2 missiles can penetrate Israeli defenses, they can also threaten US bases across the Middle East. When Iran targeted 27 US military bases after Khamenei's killing, it demonstrated willingness to strike American forces directly. Israel has no good short-term solutions. Developing zone defense would require years and tens of billions of dollars. The only current option is destroying Iranian launchers before they fire, which requires air superiority over Iranian airspace with extensive defenses and underground facilities. For Israeli citizens accustomed to relying on Iron Dome and Arrow systems, the reality that Iranian missiles can now hit targets despite interceptors being fired fundamentally changes the security equation. The Iron Dome has not failed. It is doing exactly what it was designed to do. The problem is that Iran developed weapons it was never designed to stop.